You're gonna have to survive, don't you?
Let's get it on!
I'm ready today, tomorrow.
Once I step in there,
my journey in the UFC is so quick.
Intimidated?
I ain't intimidated by nobody.
Dustin,
What's up?
what's up? You've been here before, right? Right on the cusp of a title shot. But I wonder if this one, like, you know, everyone's saying this is the last chance, and you said that yourself, if this one feels bigger than the others.
It doesn't feel bigger. Honestly, I feel more comfortable in this position than I ever have. I know it's big because where I'm at in my career, and like I've said over and over again, I'm probably not going to get another shot to climb the ladder. I'm 35. How many shots can you give somebody? How many times can I climb that mountain? But I'm trying not to like focus on that part of it and just take it as another fight so I don't add any pressure.
Yeah. Everyone, I'm sure, would love to go through their career undefeated, right? But can you maybe take something more out of the fact that, hey, if I win this title, it's because I persevered. I got knocked down, I came back. I got knocked down, I came back. Is there something more cool about that, hey, I may not have gone through my career undefeated, but every time I got beat, I came back and eventually I got it done?
I think it says, I mean, to go undefeated is incredibly hard to do and crazy impressive. But to keep picking yourself back up after getting knocked down, showing that never say die attitude, pulling things together, learning from your past mistakes, and just have the grit in you to keep pushing forward when things don't look so well. I think it says a lot about the person and their work ethic and their self-belief. And you get to live on a different side. There's a lot of lessons on that dark side of not winning that you learn and go through life that the person who's undefeated might never go through. So I've learned a lot of lessons about fighting, but about myself through all of this.
Islam was in here earlier, and he says he has the worst style matchup for you, right? And you can understand why he would think that. You fought Khabib, but that went how it went. How do you approach this fight differently to that fight and Islam's style in particular?
That fight was, years ago. If I'm not a better fighter than I was then, I wasted years of my life. But he's right. Over the last 18 years that I've been fighting, these are the toughest style matchups for me. Guys who are heavy wrestlers, top heavy, good top control. They're able to take the fight where they want it to be, and I'm the kind of fighter who does well in the fight. And if they can slow that down and make it more of a match or a competition, I need this to be a fight.
Yeah. You said about that's happened to you before in your career. Let's say he gets you down, right, and you feel that he's getting the back and stuff like that. How do you stay calm and think, I've been here before, but this time it's not the finish, I'm getting out of it? How do you get that mentally through your head as you're in the fight?
Just stick to technique, be in the moment, recognize positions. And I mean, that's all training and years of work and technique and success and failures that I've had that hopefully put me in a position to get out of whatever's going on. We got to see when we get in there.
Yeah. And last one for me, he was in here and he did say that you don't think you can win this fight, nor does your coach. Your coach doesn't think you can win this fight. Why is he wrong?
Because I can definitely win this fight. If I touch his chin, he'll go down. And he'll find that out on Saturday. Maybe that's something he doesn't need to believe. Maybe he needs to be positive and be confident walking into this, which he should be. But if you don't think I have a chance to win, you're lying to yourself.
Kind of going off that, I think it was one of Habib's, or Islam's, it was one of his training camp videos or whatever. And Habib said that, everyone underestimates Dustin. But then when we were asking fighters here, what do you think about this fight? They all just praise you. So I'm curious, do you actually feel underestimated, or is that Habib trying to keep Islam focused on hey, let's not overlook this guy. We know how dangerous he is.
I have no clue. But over the years, if anything I've learned in fighting is the media, my opponents, their camps, the critics, don't matter, bro. It's in my hands. I'm the only guy who has the opportunity to make this happen, or whatever decisions I make under those lights on Saturday. I'm the guy in the driver's seat. All these other guys talking are passengers or in the back seat. I steer where this goes. And knowing I have that power and believing in my skills, I don't care. It's all noise.
Well, just taking the fight part out of it, all these fighters that we've been talking to, they all start with I love Dustin Poirier. I'm a massive fan of Dustin Poirier. So even the younger guys. So I guess what is it about you that it doesn't seem like anyone really has anything negative to say about you when they're just watching you fight?
Because I've been fighting for so long. they grew up watching me fight. You know, they were just getting into MMA when I was fighting on a big stage. I'm not sure, and also the style of fights that I have. Every time I go out there, it's a fight. You know, it's kill or be killed. I know that's used a lot. People oversay it, but it's true. I'm gonna finish Islam, or he's gonna finish me. That's just the way I fight.
And I know everyone's going to compare Khabib and Islam, but Islam was in here, and even his coach said, like, you know, Islam, he thinks he has better boxing than you, wrestling, whatever. So I'm curious, when you do look at Islam's whole game, how would you rate his striking in there? Because, you know, he said he's a high-level boxer, too.
And I believe him. But I would touch him up in a boxing match. And I don't know if he really believes that. Of course, anybody can land a shot and get beat. But I will box this guy. I will box his shoes off.
Now, Islam and Khabib, they only have one opponent that was common between the two of them, Gleison Tibau, and now you will become the second who's a common opponent between them. You fought one before, now you're fighting this other one. Are you kind of, how familiar do you feel like you are with their two styles, like analytically?
Honestly, I mean, I have great grapplers at American Top Team, great wrestlers. Mateo Scamrod beat me up for the past 6 weeks. But their style is different. You know, the way they ride, the way they use their weight in different positions. It's just a different style. But I think I have a better understanding of it since fighting Khabib. You know, I've never felt that kind of pressure before. And I think Islam's, obviously his takedowns are a little different, but his top pressure and in the grappling scenario is going to be similar.
They're different people, obviously, and they have different strengths and weaknesses as well. And you've only been in the cage with one of them. But, I mean, how much does kind of having that time against that style, that you're kind of speaking as one style here, how much do you think that gives you a little bit of an advantage over, like, let's say, a previous fight that you've had against someone you've never really fought that style?
It might be an advantage, but it's just more of an understanding. You know, you don't realize it. Even though I've been grappling and wrestling and fighting my whole life, till you get in there and feel it. You know, somebody can explain it to you or show it to you, but until it's live competition and you feel that pressure and you feel their intelligence of weight distribution and where they need to be at and where you need to be at is something you have to experience. I'm proud of everything I did. I set a goal out as a kid that knew nothing about what I was walking into, but kept walking and picking myself up, and I got it done. Like he asked me the question about somebody who goes undefeated their whole career and defends their belt and stuff, and that's incredible and so hard to do. But somebody who's been thrown away, somebody who's been underdogged, somebody who's been beat and broken and put themselves back together and really fucking did it, you know, that's what I'm after. That's what I want.